Yes, lads. Yes. What's going on? First time going live on YouTube, so probably don't really know what I'm doing. So if the audio's low or pretty terrible, then let me know. But yeah, I just thought I'd stream for 30, 40 minutes or so because I was going to make a video and I was going to talk about the lineups that I was going to do for like this upcoming game week, but I missed that window this morning. And then I was going to talk about the results from previous one as well. I thought, you know what, I might as well just go live and see what happens. See who joins. I'm not expecting, the likes of Haber's streams, viewers, and all of that sort of stuff. But yeah, nice one. Okay, sounds good and looks great. Audio spot on. Yeah, nice one. All right, cheers, guys. Cheers. How is everyone? How are we all doing? We all good? Any rewards coming later on today, guys? And also, I don't really know how to work out at the moment about playing music in the background, so it's probably like going to be awkward silences between when I speak. However, I will sort that out moving forward and try and get some tunes on in the background as well. Who have we got in here? Sorare Holland, what's going on? Hoodwink, Darren, Pablo, what's going on? Sounds perfect to me the way it is. Cool. Love it. Rare fresh hold, but no cards. Listen, a fresh hold is always good. It's something that probably what you guys have seen on my videos. I don't really prioritize it enough, and I should. I know that I should, but then when you're trying to like squeeze in your top lineups, and I don't think that I've got massive depth where I can just sort of throw people in as such. I don't want to be putting the likes of Pablo Ruiz or Savarino or who else? Even my goalkeepers, they're all capable of good AAs and things like that. Obviously, I've got some super rares on there. I don't want to be putting Renuso on there. This guy don't even play Rossetto. And Bunbury is still, as I keep saying, one of the worst players I've ever seen. How he's got there, I just don't know. I mean, he's probably a really nice fella, but yeah, bad news. So I do need to prioritize that because that ETH balance does build very, very quickly. Hit a rare threshold for the first time in a month. Nice. I know what that feels like. Also a tier 5 rare last spot in tier 7. They all add up. That tier 5 rare in 2 years' time, who knows what that's going to be, or just get it out the door, get some more ETH in, right? Cool. So I'm going to get into just talking about some stuff that, as I said, I was going to talk about on the video anyway. I will keep checking the chat. So, yeah. Any questions that you have, anything you want me to kind of cover, then let's go for it. But what I was going to do a video about was my Sorare results from, not from this week, from last week. Because I managed to get myself a tier 3. Carlos Hill doing what Carlos Hill does. Just immense. And even Herrera at home, they got spanked 3-0. But Herrera at home is very, very good. Buanga as well coming up with the assist. Let me just move it up a little bit so you can see their scores as well. There we go. Yeah, coming in with the assist, 72 points. So from an attacking kind of midfield point of view, I was in decent shape. But then Nashville, it weren't ideal because look, let's just cover this straight away, right? Let's just open it up. Because Lovitz, the guy who I bang on about all the time, check this out. So they gave away 2 penalties and a red card. Madness. Absolute madness. I watched this game and this ref in this game was literally one of the worst refereeing performances I think I've ever seen. I mean, Moore and Carranza decided to have a little scuffle, sent both of them off. I mean, maybe that was right. It was a touch more than kind of handbags, so to speak. But yeah, I mean, it was just gutting to see my boy Lovitz, who I bang on about, time in, time out, and then he just goes and does that. So So yeah, he obviously then killed that lineup as well, and that wasn't too bad at that point because Brooks Lennon finished. He come in with a 60. I wasn't expecting amazing things from him as well. Away from home, that was a tough game against New England, against the Revs, and then Ranuso doing what he does. But yeah, Lovett's just killed it, absolutely killed it. You're after obviously a decent score from a super rare when you're playing in any rare pro lineup. Even if it's just that 60. But yeah, he just absolutely killed it. What's going on, So Rare Oakley? I'm assuming that is. Welcome. So yeah, I got myself a little tier 3. It's low down on the list, so I'm not expecting anybody great. And I was quite annoyed as well because I was literally 2 points away. 2 points away from getting in a 0.01 ETH, which again, it all adds up, right? Rare Pro with Houston just getting spanked. Yeah, it was just never going to happen, was it? Really, a little bit disappointed with Nuhu though, because at home he normally performs very very well, but I think he got subbed off with about 10-15 minutes to go. But I've lined him up for this week anyway. The Lovett's penalty shout from handball was touch and go. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, his second one though, I was watching my phone at like what was the time, 3 a.m. or something like that. So maybe I missed it, but from a phone point of view, it's just like he just lunged in almost a 2-footer like across the knee. I don't know what he was doing because there was some cover coming across there, but yeah, you can't be doing things like that, especially when a referee just wants to give everything. You just can't be doing it. But yeah, on this, let me just mute that for you guys. Ruiz was dropped, which was annoying because I had him as captain, and then Savarino I didn't even play because he was a risk, so that lineup was pure and utter waste. We've spoke about this, that was a waste. And then this was my cap 240, so when we was talking about me never hitting it, and this is pretty much the reason why, because Roldan was on the bench. Luis Martin's done okay for what I've brought him in the club to do. Tommy got the assist, which was great, but then went off after 61 minutes, excuse me, and then Bunbury just doing he's just terrible, isn't he? It's just absolutely terrible. And then some academy lineups as well. So yeah, I've got a little tier 3 coming later on. They all add up. It could be building that threshold team. As I said at the start of this, I haven't really got those players. So you know. The one that he won. Oh, right. I didn't actually see the first one that he gave away. That's why I was assuming that it was handball. But fair enough. Actually, was it a corner? Was it a corner that come in and he hit the guy on the near post? If I've got it right, because I was chopping and changing between games. So, yeah. But thanks everybody for dropping in, by the way, my first live stream. I really, really appreciate that. Hopefully, moving forward, I can do this on a regular occasion even. Yeah, that's the one from the corner. Yeah, got ya. I think there's a little bit of a lag as well. Again, that might be normal for people who stream all the time. I think there's like a 5-10 second lag or something like that between the chat coming in but yeah, I'll get better at this sort of stuff as a newcomer, should I say. So looking at this week, and then I'll just take you through sort of my gallery and some other things that have changed. Actually, I'll do that first, otherwise this week ain't going to make sense. So let's look at some of the transactions, which I'd normally cover in a video, right? So from, I think it was around here with Insigne. Insigne's out of the club. He's gone. And he went because obviously the links with Saudi, I just couldn't take the risk. But so what I've done was I managed to trade him out, but I got the one of for Savarino, which is a nice little card to have in the collection. Savarino is probably still a little bit of a risk going to Brazil, but he's there, and I like him. He pretty much does the same job for Insigne as Insigne. In my opinion, from an AA point of view, he takes sets. He's in amongst it all the time. Obviously, a forward card, but yeah, Insigne just had to go. I couldn't take the risk with that much money, which is slightly annoying because I actually got. Yeah, it is better Brazil than Saudi. Sorare Holland, absolutely. At least I've got some utility out of him if he does go. But what was I saying? Yeah, it's a little bit annoying that I spent that amount of money on him, because I won that Aaron Ramsdale, didn't I? And then I sold him, so I had about half an ETH, and then I pretty much spent all of that on Insigne, and then probably I'd say I've lost about about 0.3, which for the size of my gallery, it's a little bit of a hit. But yeah, I got some. Where is it? Got in Pablo Ruiz. That's the one. That's the one I got in. Sold. Well, I traded Joseph Martinez, which I got as a reward, and I think that I would just get more out of Pablo Ruiz. Now, I was umming and ahhing with Martinez because obviously Messi's coming in, right? And if he's going to be partnering with Messi up front, then he's just going to get an absolute ton of chances. But for the now, let's just go with Ruiz, since I've got Savarino in. That's a lovely little attacking stack, I think. And then I think the week after, or the week, couple of days after, he just drops like 100, or he had 3 assists and something else. So yeah, I was very, very happy with that. And then what happened? I sold Brian White because I got in Ruiz, and then I wanted to get in another forward and another defender for a lineup basically 7 days ago. Thinking back at it, I probably moved Brian White out a little bit too quick, because when I bought him, he was injured. But I got in Corey Bird again, or Bard, whatever it is. Afternoon, welcome to the stream. Welcome. I picked up Martinez yesterday. Would be killing it. Yeah. Corey come in and Alex Roldan come in. Now, Alex Roldan was a weird one, because I was thinking about picking up Tolu's, like Nuhu's rare card as well. But then I thought, well, if I put him in 2 lineups and he kills 2 lineups, because I'm not playing like 20 lineups like some of the whales and the big accounts, then I'm wasting it a little bit. But reason why I bought him in, if I put him in year to date, he's already had 100 and 91 and 96 and 81. Like, I don't mind that. And even if I just filter by Seattle, because obviously he's been playing for his country, he's capable of those spikes that Nuhu is, especially this season, and having that defender card. So I thought, for the price, why not get him in? I got in the new card of him as well, which matches or pairs up with like the other, Fry and Cleveland that I've got in there at the new cards as well. So I brought him in 0.04. And then I won this guy, which... coming onto the stream, I was thinking, has he sold? And I got a nice little notification that he has sold. So I'm happy with that. My camera is actually covering the top. So yeah, he just sold over here. So as you can see at the top there, I've only got 0.07 ETH, but it adds up. It adds up, and I sold that guy. Sold him on. So my plan at the moment is just going back to these transactions. Well, actually, talking about this guy, I don't know if anyone in the chat knows anything about him. But I had a few offers in the last couple of days, and I was thinking, normally when you win somebody sort of this low or unheard of or whatever, I won't get many. You don't get much chat. Somebody's not offering you or adding you on a Discord to offer you like £10 and say, oh, will you take 8? Or in my experience, that's not what I've had anyway. But yeah, I was thinking, I'm getting rewards and I'm getting a few offers on this guy. Am I actually misreading him? Has he got a transfer or anything? But he's sold. I took the ETH. I can't remember what I listed him up for, but yeah, 0.03. So yeah, I done all right. Done all right out of that. ETH adds up. But yeah, going back to the transactions, I think that brings you up to speed, guys. Yeah, it does. Exactly where I am with my gallery now. Check in the chat. Oh, we've actually got, 16 viewers on? I don't even know where to look to even find out how many viewers on. That's what a novice I am on this. But yeah. Anyway, moving on. So looking at this week is what I was originally going to show you, right? I was going to look at, my Sorare results. Yeah, it brings up this week's. That's just an academy training lineup. I think Gressel might be back and might get a little gig against LA Galaxy this week, but obviously I wasn't going to put him into a priority lineup or anything like that. We've got Savarino and Ruiz. We've got the Real Salt Lake boys at home. Now, Red Bulls are decent at shutting out good attacks. So hopefully that's not the case this week. Zelarayan, who have I got as captain? I think it's Pablo Ruiz. I've got as captain. Zelarayan's been very disappointing. I don't know if any of you guys in the chat have got this. I've got him in your gallery, but it is very annoying that he's just shit at the moment. Basically, I mean, let's take a look at his scores. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, compared, we did have the run with the hundreds, and he's not going to do that all the time, right? But, God, you expect better than this. I think he was my captain for the last 3 games in a row as well. Severino not sure to start this week. Yeah, you're right. He's not sure to start. I just took a punt on it. He seems like he's playing home games this year, so I just went for it. And my forwards at the moment, I mean, going back to my gallery, I'll show you. Forwards are lacking. My forwarders and defenders are lacking, to be honest. We've got obviously a fresh old player there. We've got Savarino in. Got another fresh old player who's just useless. Got another good player from an AA point of view, and we've got Buanga in there. But that's what I mean. I've only really got three forwards, so I do need to look at that area. But he is a risk, and he could just kill that lineup straight away. Absolutely. Gone with the Seattle stack at the back. We were talking about Zelarayan, but gone for the Seattle stack at the back. So Roldon should be coming back in, and Cleveland hopefully gets the gig as well. For those who have got Cleveland and Fryer, who have you gone for? Have you gone for Cleveland, or do you think Fryer's going to be back from the old concussion protocol that he's got to go through? That's that lineup. All-Star Red Pro. This is one that I'm quietly confident on because Austin are at home, right? Stuver, we know that he just racks up AAs. Hoping Cleveland. Yeah. Carl, hey, how are you? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, my friend. How are you? Fry, I'm guessing. That's not what I want to hear. That's not what we want. We want to be putting out into the universe that Cleveland comes in, right? Stuver, we know that he can rack up some AA. So if he gets the clean sheet on top of that, I'm expecting like a 75 out of him. I have got a decent amount. I think I've got 8% XP on him as well. So fingers crossed. Sorry, Cleveland, then. Thank you very much. 2 super rares, both at home. We know Brooks Lennon takes sets. I'm happy with that. Home against Orlando. Hopefully they're up and firing. I wish I picked Lima over, to be honest, because I think hopefully they do. He's a cheeky one, that Lima card, actually. I've looked at him. I'm probably pronouncing his name very wrong. Or Lima, Nick. Let's call him Nick. I've looked at his super rare a few times because he can have these just mad spikes, which is decent. But yeah, hopefully he does all right. Rico Man 17. Hey. But yeah, coming back to these 2 super rares, we know about Nuhu at home. Yeah, decent. Hoping for Seattle to pick up some form and get going a little bit more. Now, they should have a stronger team out than they did have midweek. And then Carlos Hill, captain at home, obviously. I don't think Carlos Hill has ever been in a lineup who's not been wearing the armband for me. And then we've got Buanga up top. So I think this is pretty strong for an All-Star Rare Pro. I think 25% has already been completed. So that's obviously people playing like 3, 4 on a lineup or whatever. Yeah, cheers, guys. And then Cap 240, and this is where, again, I'm not prioritizing it, and I need that little bit of extra depth because Joe Willis and Zimmerman are playing Cincinnati and they're away, and Nashville haven't kept a clean sheet in quite a long time, I think, to memory, or it's like 1 in, 8. Considering they started on form in terms of defensive unit. And then we got Lewis Martins, who I did bring in for this mode because I do like him as a player and I do like his scores. He always scores around that sort of 40-50 mark, which is kind of what I can ask for. But I remember watching him around this, I think it was the 80 that I saw him, and he was taking set pieces off of Gressel. And I thought, who the hell is this guy? But it seems like left back, he plays a touch more, obviously attacking. He gets a bit more AA at left back, but he's started to drop in as centre back at the moment. And then we've got, I don't even know. I mean, I've got a jersey mint of this guy, which is decent. But I don't really know anything about him. I know that he's planned to start, so I've just thrown him in there because he's L15 is something like 40. And then we've got the that guy up top. So again, I'm not even hopeful for Threshold, but I need to start building up that ETH. Yes, I can turn the mic up a little bit. Let's just try and do this. As I said, I'm new to this sort of stuff, so I can turn up my gain a little bit, I'm assuming. Just let me know, is that too loud now or a little bit better? Yeah, just let me know. And I'll also speak into it a little bit more. Perfect. Sweet. Okay. And then the last one, again, this is a risk because of Reynoso. He come off after about 60 minutes in the last game. So whether that was, and then he started like kicking water bottles around and stuff. When I was thinking, you were already 2-3-0 up, whatever it was. Why are you getting pissed off? But he clearly was. Either that he's had an injury and then he's annoyed that he's got that injury, or he was just pissed off for being taken off. Whatever. I've put the captain's armband on. If it's kind of risk or reward. What's the right saying? Risk or reward? Risk, no reward? Whatever it may be. But he's got the armband on. And I've gone for the sporting stack there with Tommy and Russell, which paid well last game week. I think Tommy assisted Russell. Russell then assisted Seloy, I think it was. So yeah, I've gone with him. Yeah, 75%. Should be okay. Hopefully, Carl, yeah. And then we've got Petretta and Miller in goal. I'm not expecting a clean sheet against the Revs, but again, he picks up good AA. Now, this guy, we all know, right? I think a lot of people in here play MLS or are familiar with like my videos, and at the moment, I'm really heavy in MLS, and that's something I do need to change. But this guy interests me a lot. I was talking to the Good Place. I don't know if he's in the chat or he's around, but I was talking to him about him. Look at these spikes. Now, let me just go by Toronto. Let's just go year to date as well, and let's go via starts. He can absolutely spike. Like, I mean, what's that? 1, 2. So he scored in the 80s, or high 70s, 80s, 4 times. Twice they lost. The others they drew. He's only kept 1 clean sheet in that time. So from a tackle point of view, from getting those like triple doubles and triple triples and stuff, spikes are home away. So spikes are pretty much at home. You can see there, 87, 88, a 77, and a 78. And I was looking at this guy's super rare. I actually won him, I think, and I was like, who the hell is he at the beginning of the year? But I really like this guy. From an away point of view, yeah, it's pretty bad. I don't know what Sorare data's doing there, but flagging a little bit. Let me just... You're going to catch up? Yeah, there we go. All right, just done it again. But anyway, from an away point of view, he sucks. But that's because probably Toronto just suck at the moment. But Sario's coming back. They've obviously brought in, what is it, Latif Blessing has just signed for him, which is a good signing, I think. And also Ibarra, however you say his name, from Atlanta, has just come in as well. So I think that they're solid. Their midfield is going to be a little bit more solid now. And obviously Johnson coming back in net as well is going to massively help them. So Toronto could start turning the corner in the upcoming weeks, and that's what I'm hoping for. But I will keep an eye on Petretta because I do like his super rare. And then the last one is coming on to Houston again. I'll just put them all together because they're playing away from home. And I'm not expecting a clean sheet, and I'm not expecting amazing performances. And Osorio is only 70% or 75% as well. Yeah, poor season for Toronto. But if he gets, yeah, I am. I mean, look, I'm not a Toronto fan as such. I was gonna be with Osorio with the super rare that I brought in, and then Insigne coming in as well up top. But I hope they turn a corner. It'd be good. It'd be good for the league if Insigne can get firing and get fit again, and Osorio can obviously, from my standpoint, start performing like what we know that he can, and he can get them big spikes in the 90s and the hundreds. But yeah, that's the final lineup that I've got there, boys. Is Corey Baird or Bard? What is it, Baird or Bard? But yeah, we'll just see. Who knows? Houston might come out and win 4-0, and if they do, then all of these guys should be pretty much involved. And Osorio, if he gets a 60-70, then yeah, buzzing for it. But that's in Champion America Rare Pro. So all of that being said, I think that in a few of those lineups, I've just said that they're a risk. This one's a risk. That one's a risk. So I think it's just from an All-Star Rare point of All-Star Rare Pro and an All-Star Rare point of view is where my best lineups are this week. So we'll see if we can go ahead and get another reward. Yeah, I missed out on 2 thresholds because of Clark. Yeah, the thing is with Clark is that when I originally got this guy in, can I get a quick link to him? Yeah, I can. When I first got him in, it was like back here. You can see that I paid 0.2 for him and had some really good use out of him. Sorare rewards. What has he won me? Let's just choose. Oh, has he not actually won me anything? That's good then, isn't it? I thought he won me something. This guy as well. I mean, come on. I got him in. I mean, look at his result. Look at his scores when he was at Midtjylland over there. Didn't you swap your Clark? Yeah. But I got him back. So I swapped Clark to get in. Who was it? It might have been Stuver, I think it was, whatever trade it was. And then I got him back because I wanted to pair him with Sviatchenko, who's just been useless at Houston. I thought he had enough about his Sorare game to be getting some of the decent scores that he did, obviously in Europe for Houston. But he's just been terrible. Yellow card after yellow card. I mean, the next one he's suspended. So it's a bit annoying. But going back to Steve Clark, I mean, he's all right. They've got an option to extend him for another year or another 2 years, and I think that they do. I don't think that the number two there is going to come in and do anything. So he should play now. Whether people take this League's Cup seriously or not is going to be yet to be seen, because we could see some rotation for the number twos coming in. And I said on a previous video that I wanted to get involved with some of the number twos with that in mind. Now, as I said, I don't know how serious they're going to take it. I would have thought they would have been playing their first teams because between 392 and 399, there's nothing there, and I don't know if the League's Cup actually they're cramming in the games in between that or not. I haven't really looked at it too much. So if you do know that, then let me know. Yeah, but I don't see Valdez getting in like within the next 18 months. Now I might be totally wrong there. Maybe at the end of the season they've just had enough of Steve Clark and thought, you know what, he's old as shit. Let's just get him out and get somebody in. But I will end up getting that backup anyway, I think, if I don't move Steve Clark on at all. Nice one, Rico, man. Yeah, your OG. That's where I was getting confused, because when I went in, I was like, I'm sure he's won me something. Yeah, nice. He won me Varane and Burke, so at least he got some sort of returns, and probably maybe he got a threshold in there or something. I don't know, but he is. We know he's getting old, and he's a risk, right? But it's annoying. All of a sudden, it looks like I'm a Houston fan, and again, I'm not. What's your opinion on Chicago? Seems like they're doing a lot better the last few weeks. Yeah, let's take a look at Chicago then. It's a team that I've stayed clear from, really. I mean, I know Shaqiri banged in an unbelievable free kick in the last game. Like, it was madness. But yeah, they're doing all right. Where are they? They're 9th. So a few positions off the bottom, but they are doing better than what people thought. Chris Brady is obviously an under-23 goalkeeper, so I've seen his name around a lot of like other content creators and stuff talking about getting him in, the ones who play the under-23s. But it's a team that it just doesn't excite me. but I try not to watch. Well, I don't watch a lot of them. So, fair play to them if they're doing all right. Chicago have been using. Yeah, let's take a look at him. Obviously, he had a bad game last game. I mean, it's decent for a super rare, I would say. For a rare, have you been using him in threshold? Did you say? Yeah, he's a decent threshold player. I mean, L15 49. That's all right. What else is going on here? Long term. Yeah, I've got Clark too. Yeah, cool. Big Ed Clark. Sweet. Who do we think's going to smash it this week? Who's the one player? It don't have to be MLS either. But who's the one player we think's gonna get 100? Because the MLS, obviously, we've just gone through my team, right? But from the MLS point of view, I don't think that there's a fixture out there where it's just going to get absolutely smashed. 300 for Gamba. Kill. Yeah. This guy, I know he just makes an appearance on pretty much everybody's like video streams and things like that, but he is just an absolute animal. I mean, I saw him a few times when he played for Villa. I mean, can we go back that far? Does it actually show Villa? No, it don't. I'd be interested to see what his scores are, but just look at that. How consistent is this guy? He's probably one of my best ever purchases just because of playing in America at the kind of level that I want to be at, and with some of the super rares that I've obviously spent a lot of money on. I just think I needed him, and I don't actually see him at 30 years of age. I don't see him leaving my gallery, and I don't even think he's a flight risk either. I mean, he could. I mean, maybe Saudi, but I don't even want to put that out there in the atmosphere as well. Yeah, Cecina as well. He's another one. I thought about picking up a Cecina, but what's his price now? I mean, what's his last sell? And I was thinking about him when I bought Insigne, but I just thought it made sense because I had the Sorare super rare. But he's coming down a little bit compared to what he was. I'm sure it is, right? Oh no, maybe that's all because of the coverage, wasn't it? Yeah, because I think when I was looking at him, the best part of a good few months ago, he was like 0.6, 0.7, but coming down a little bit now. But he's still somebody that I might look at. The thing is with the K League and the J1 League for me is that I don't have enough in my gallery. It's why I got rid of Mateus Castro as well. I don't have enough of those guys in the gallery where, one, I'm actually watching their games, but two, where I can stack them and stuff like that. So yeah, Senior is the GOAT. That is correct. Seattle have a good fixture against Dallas. Yeah, they do. They do. That's what I'm hoping for, that clean sheet, really. So they could actually absolutely smash. Yeah, definitely. Seems like nobody thinks Granado is going to do great. See, and this is another guy. I'm glad that you brought this one up, right? Because I need to win some stuff in the next few weeks to really then start to plan around my Europe team and obviously over the winter and stuff. And I've looked at him a good few times. You see there, I've obviously favorited him. He's in one of my watch lists. I don't think he's going to do too bad at Bayer Leverkusen. I think that the way that they play, I think, is he going to get the scores that he got, here? No, he's not, in my opinion. I just don't think that he is. But I don't think he's going to be as bad as what everybody, not everyone, but what I've been hearing. I think he's a good purchase. I mean, what's his price right now? His price is 0.21, so you could probably pick him up for just underneath that, right? So, yeah, 0.2, probably in between there, about 0.18 maybe if you're lucky. I was going to say, has Basil got one? I would have even looked at that, about a little trade going on there. But I think he's going to be all right. I'm probably going to pick up a couple of teams. I mean, look, let's just filter and show you what I've got here. So Champion Europe, Challenger Europe, and I think I've got second division as well, right? So last year, I've still got that 20 back line, by the way, and still in Small in there. Teddy Tuma, he's gone, and I think he's going to do okay as well. I was thinking about pairing him with Ito. I think I need to do some more info, dig a bit deeper out there. I haven't missed a game in 2 years. I'm Scottish. Yeah, that is that is a bit weird. But listen, if you like a team, you like a team. We're doing Play. Oh, okay. Yeah, Barco. Yeah, interesting. Hopefully he doesn't though, because I need my loans to do well. Yeah, I've got anyway. Unistal and Smell as that backline. Teddy Toomer in there. I've got Vito in there. Who that's an interesting point. I'll talk about that in a minute. Taylor Booth. He needs to do something, man. Shit, I got his one of. I paid 0.3 for him, and he's just fallen off a cliff. I mean, look at this. Look at his scores. I picked him up around here. I know that I was probably buying into the hype a little bit, but he just come from Bayern Munich's like academy. I was expecting him to do something. And then he was just terrible, and then he got injured, and I think did he get sent off one game or something? Or he should have done. Hopefully, Utrecht come out this year and they do a little bit. They've made a few signings, and that one of is nice. But if he was say 0.2 at the moment, I'd probably actually sell him. And invest it somewhere else. But when you, I'm sure you guys have had this as well. When you buy somebody for a decent amount, and then you don't want to sell him for peanuts, you want to kind of get back to what you got, and that's not always possible. I know that, but still. And then Vito in there with Tadic. It's interesting, right? With Tadic potentially cancelling his contract and going to play in Turkey, do Ajax go in for Vito? That is the question. So it's still to be said, is he going to leave? Hopefully. If he, well, I don't know. I'm in between. I mean, am I hopeful that he leaves? It depends, obviously, where he goes. But at the moment, he is just an absolute big fish for that team, right? He is the one. He takes all their set pieces. His deliveries are superb. So it'd be interesting if he does go to Ajax. Sorry, Holland. Okay, so he's never above average. So no, Vito is not leaving, in my opinion. Yeah, if he don't, then again, talking about like purchases, and I'll probably do a mainstream on this to get some more knowledge around some of the players that you guys probably know. But I might try and stack him with Sato. I said this earlier on Haber's stream. I whacked a comment in there, and I like this guy. I mean, if he performs like that, I mean, it's crazy. This is a midfielder card, yeah? Yeah, and what's his price at the moment? 0.147 for his midfielder card. Yeah, it's something that, okay, so his last one is that his forward card then? That'd be interesting if that's that low. Fair enough for 0.1. I mean, I'm nearly there. A little stack, but I am going to just check where he goes. I'm just going to see if he goes somewhere else, like Vito, that is. But I do like watching Sparta. He's another one that I looked at. Is Oleg or however you pronounce his name as a goalkeeper, because he can do very, very well. Very, very well. What do you think about Wittek? Isn't he signing for Bochum? Is he already signed for Bochum? I heard that. Or he's going there. He's linked to. I mean, he's not going to keep up this form. That's the thing. Vitesse, they've got Eli Room coming in, haven't they? Because I held him for about 3 months and he didn't play a game for me, so that was annoying. Sato on loan, yeah, but I think that Sato, by the way, or Seato, I think that he's signed for them. I think that he come back. So I would definitely check that out. I mean, that's until 2024, so they might have had an option on there. But I think he's back at Sparta. I'm pretty certain on that. But yeah, Wittek, I don't see him keeping up that. He's obviously a good player. He's capable of fucking, look at that, 40s in his AAs. But what's his run like? He's got PSV, AZ, he's got Sparta, he's got 20. Yeah, he's price, even though it's only like from the rare point of view, £100, like 0.07. But with these fixtures, he could just plummet if he doesn't perform in them. If he's even still there. Oleg's one of the best goalkeepers in it. Yeah. I'd like to have him. So from a like a European standpoint on who I want, I have a bit of knowledge in the Eredivisie. I have a bit of knowledge in the Belgium league as well. So that's probably where I'd stay. Although increasingly, because there's been so much hype around the Turkish leagues at the moment about Galatasaray smashing it and Fenerbahce and some others making some like really key signings. they're the three leagues that I'm probably gonna try and gauge some. I've got to try and gather some knowledge around to really think about what I want to do. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Whittick. If that helps, but I think he might have signed for Bochum. Already linked to PSV and Feyenoord. Oh, really? Okay. That'd be interesting. Probably be a good move for him, I would have thought. Teto on loan, just another year loan. Oh, okay, Darren. So they've just signed him on another year loan. They've not signed him permanently. There must be an option on there. I mean, if he's going to be there for 2 years, surely there's going to be an option there. Somebody to think about as well. But yeah, so as you can see, I mean, take the limiteds out. But as you can see, I'm struggling a little bit from a European point of view because I think Raul Fernandez loses his spot. I think that's to be seen. And then, as I said, Teddy's just plummeted in price, but he did win me like Jude Bellingham and stuff, so I can't complain about that. And hopefully he does well out there. And then Mark Martinez, I'm hoping that this guy gets a gig next year. I bought him as a backup because I found out that and this is when I was looking at second division. Give me a look. Okay, my next purchase. Who's your next purchase? What, Olic? A lot more part of the City group, so that was oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, that's why it's good to gather information, share information, and all of that. Yeah, but going back to this guy, he played the last game of the season, and I found out that he was actually their captain, and he didn't play all year. I can't remember who it was who was in front of him. I think it was Escandel. Is it Escandel? I've just clicked the wrong link, haven't I? Yeah, there we go. It was Escandel. Yeah, and this guy has now been linked, or he's gone somewhere else. So I'm hoping that they bring in their club captain, being that he's only 33 years of age, and he comes in and gets starts, and that would be decent for me for a little Cap 240. Escandel is linked to Palmer's. Oh, okay, so he's not actually signed there yet. He's a good goalkeeper, though, from what I've seen of him. And he was smashing it because it was between him and Fernandez who I was picking up. Because last year, there was a certain point where when you went like player rankings and you went through all the goalkeepers, that the best ones were in second division. And I just picked a couple up because I wanted that all-star rare. And at that point was Cap 240 in there, maybe. But yeah, I was using them for that. I'll tell you what, I mean, being the first stream, appreciate everybody being here. Thank you very much. And if you watched my content before, thanks for watching. It was something that I weren't planning on doing when I come into Sorare. I just wanted to play the game, but then I just thought to myself, well, why not? Why not just share my story, right? And if people don't care about it, they don't care about it. If they do, then cool. It seems like a really good community, and why not just get going with it? So yeah, appreciate everybody who's watched my content. Appreciate everybody who's here, and yeah, stream more. Yeah, I am gonna. Oh, that's my battery on my phone. I am gonna stream a bit more if I can. I mean, I have got a day job as well, so yeah, I'm just monitoring that at the moment. But yeah, I am gonna try and stream more. It's probably gonna be in the evenings from like 8 because I have got children as well. So. Or I've got one on the way. So yeah, finding time to do it is a little bit hard, but I'll definitely keep up the content, Darren. Don't worry. Not as often as I like, but I think at the same time, you can't just keep like I'm not a wow on the game, right? I haven't got 50 ETH balance or whatever, or I can't deposit 50 grand's worth of stuff. So the bigger videos where I'm going through all these, I can't just be selling and buying, selling, buying, selling, buying. I'm not a trader. So, and I'm always a little bit hesitant around making content around like, good for stream. Yeah, nice one. Cheers, Glenn. I'm always hesitant at making content around, go out and buy this player because, I mean, exactly what happened with Taylor Booth, right? I looked at this guy and I thought, do you know what? He's going to be decent. And then could have recommended him to somebody. And then what happens? After this, he goes out and he's just terrible. And I've just wasted like 300, 400, whatever price he was when Ethereum was at that price. So I try not to make too many videos around like, the best bargains and stuff, but I appreciate that they do okay on YouTube as well. So yeah, it's a bit of a tough one. Maybe on this stream I can talk about some players and stuff, or if you guys want my opinion on it. But yeah, I don't know where I got onto that or how I got onto that, but there we go. A few more in the chat, guys, then I'm going to have to leave it because I do have work pinging me at the moment. And then I've got to be on dad duty in a little while. So be good to ask a couple of questions and stuff. Yeah, absolutely. It'd be good to have that collaboration on here for sure. And I mean, even like, I found out about Sato from Darren today, found out about like Olage, that he's linked to other places. So it's a good place to share knowledge, absolutely, and will help me in my plans. Any plans to have a guest or other, any plans to guest any other Sorare? Oh, okay. No, I mean, Quinny did message the other day, so maybe it could be a little collaboration there, but nothing at the moment. That's why I don't really see myself as like a big content creator at all or anything like that. So, if anybody does want to have a chat, then cool. I'm up for it, but I'm not kind of like gagging to do that, if you know what I mean. It's just if it comes, then yeah, sweet, absolutely. You could have £100 gallery, doesn't mean you're gonna. Yeah, I get that as well. Probably because I'm new at this stuff, and then you're trying to come up with ideas, and then it's the timing to do it all and everything like that. But yeah, I'll definitely keep the content coming. I've always tried to do one a week, like video, one a week. But maybe it's like a one stream a week, and then maybe a video on top of that or something. I don't know. Any time that I can cram in to try and get some stuff out, because I'm pretty sure you guys are the same, right? How much do you spend time on Sorare data, scanning players and changing strategies all the time? Your mind's all over the place all of a sudden. What do you think about Teddy Tuma moving to France? I don't think it's as bad as what people think. Now, I think that he goes there, and I think that he takes over set pieces, or he's definitely going to be in amongst it for sure. I don't know if Balogun's staying. Is he staying? Let's have a quick look. No, he's gone back to Arsenal by the looks of it. But they have got Ito as well. That could be a nice little stack because he's capable of spiking a little bit, right? Yeah. But I don't think... that's why I've not sold Teddy, because I think he'll be okay. I think he'll do okay. You could do a video with a strategy and how you think. Yeah. I suppose with that strategy stuff as well is that, I don't know, I think that, I'm not a pro at Sorare, right? But yeah, I appreciate people might want to think about strategy. I mean, I've had relatively good success since I've started this, winning a Bellingham, winning a Ramsdale, fourth in All-Star, second in this. So maybe some of my strategy works. We'll see. I mean, my strategy at the moment is literally with the MLS cards is the next 6 weeks are quite crucial for me. I really need to get some rewards in. And I'm planning on not picking up too many players between now and the start of the season, like for Europe, because I need to win and I need to reinvest that elsewhere. Otherwise, throughout the winter, it's going to be a little bit shit for me. However, with the new wallet and that coming on, I might even make another deposit and just start buying some players and just keep growing. Daily Blink could be a nice one. Yeah, Ross, I've looked at him as well. Pairing, I think Channy done it the other day. I had Alex Garcia last season towards the back end. And now with Blind going in there, I did think about getting Garcia back. I think he's underrated, and Blind could be too. PSV attack, final defense in your golden next season. Yeah. Yeah, maybe for sure. Are you in profit? All time? Am I in profit? I think I'm about even, maybe. It's annoying because you can never predict this or try and come in at the right time. But when I first deposited on here, I think ETH was about $2,500 like per ETH, and then it went down to about £900 for me. So yeah, but I've just tried to reinvest, and then obviously with the Ethereum coming down and stuff like that. Now, if Ethereum was back at $2,500, then yeah, absolutely, I would be in profit. But Yeah. Nice one, Miguel. Good stream, man. Yeah, take care. You take care as well. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna cut it short there. But I've really, really enjoyed streaming here today. So thank you. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. If you haven't done already, guys, hit the subscribe button on the account or spread the love. It'd be great to get over 1,000 subscribers, certainly by the end of the year, but obviously as quickly as possible. If you don't follow on Twitter as well, I do post out on Twitter. So yeah, if you want to go and follow me at the Parrot Press, should I say? And yeah, I hope you all have a good weekend. I wish you luck in your teams on Sorare on the weekend. And yeah, enjoy it, guys. Take care. Thank you.